a new video. In today's video, I've got my Madam Glam gel polishes ready. These colours are from the new House of Glam collection. I've got Seek and See, Earth Sign and Astrological Goddess. I used 2 of these yesterday. I just like them because they're like muted colours, and I think that's kind of nice because we're still in winter. And anyway, whatever's nuts. Right, so I've got some tips. I am going to do 2 nails with 2 coats of Seek and See. Each coat will have 3 seconds. We'll have 30 seconds in my LED lamp. Then I'm going to take, I think this one was Astrological Goddess, I can't remember. I'm going to do 2 coats of this on the other 2 nails and then pop them in the lamp. I'm going to use the, what was this one? Earth Sign and, oh, I don't know. I've totally lost. I don't even know what colours I've got now. But I've put a dollop on my palette, and then I'm also going to use the gold gel paint because it's gorgeous. I'm going to apply, nope, what am I doing? I'm going to make some stripes. Oh, by the way, this set was heavily inspired by Pretty Perfect Nails 2017 over on Instagram. I love flowers. I just can't help myself with flowers. And yeah, I thought I would sort of, it's pretty much like a recreation, pretty much. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, I've even got pretty similar colours, but they're a little bit different. But on these darker nails, I'm going to put stripes, and I've got 3 different coloured stripes going on. And you can, I mean, I don't think there's any rhyme or reason as how thick you have the stripes. I've done 2 of the same colour there. I'm going to do 2 of this different colour. We've definitely got another colour that I've not shown. Let me just have a look, because I've got 3 colours and I've only shown 2. The other one is called Royal Card. That's what it's called. So it's like a kind of muted burgundy reddy browny colour. But yeah, I think it's the colour I'm using now. It's called Royal Card. I forgot to show it, but if you want to go and get it, that's what it's called. You can get 30% off Madam Glam using my code NatMug30, FYI. I think the only thing you can't use that on is their outlet stuffs, or if you're a VIP member already, because you get 50% off. They won't let you have another 30% off because they'll just be giving the stuff away. So but yeah, 30% is still quite a good discount. Once you've done your stripes, I'm going to leave them like that, pop that in the lamp for a cure, and then while that's in, I'm going to go back over to one of the beige nails, and we're going to start to add some, we're going to draw some flowers on. And I love doing these. I love these flowers, and I find it easier to use a dotting tool to start my petals, and then just using my brush, I will just do like a little flick into the center of the flower. And then yeah, we're going to have a little one over there. I'm going to do 5 petaled flowers. And look, I'm just neating it. I'm just sort of bringing the curve around to the point so that they look more petally. And that is basically how I do my petals. It is quite difficult getting them perfectly even. Like, I always end up with like a couple of petals closer together than, like, I'm going to do another one here. I'll show you what I mean. I can never get the 5 evenly spaced. It would be easier to do 6, I think, definitely 4. However, I don't ever think you should do 4 petals on a flower, because flowers always have more than 4 petals. And I don't know why odd ones just seem nicer. You know, some people just have to do odd numbers because OCD or whatever's. I always prefer 5. I'm not sure why. I think 6 would be easier. But then again, it's getting that extra one in, that extra space. It depends how much space you have. Anyway, look, I'm doing the same thing. I sort of do that little flick, and then I bring the petals to a point towards the center of the flower. And that one that's coming off the nail is not, it's in the wrong place. But anyway, I've popped that in the lamp for a cure. Then I decided to use Fries Before Guys to add the middle. So we're going to do some different textured flowers. So these we're going to do flat on the nail. That's had a cure, and then we're going to Velvet Matte Top Coat. I'm using the Velvet Matte Top Coat here, my favourite matte top coat of all time ever. Once we've covered the whole nail, we'll pop it in the lamp for a cure. And then we're going to work... Oh, by the way, someone said, can you do... You know, I emboss everything with acrylic. This is Model 1's dip powder, and it's a clear dip powder from Model 1's. We're going to use that today. So I'm just going to do another flower. The flowers are kind of going to go... They're kind of going to curve around the free edge. But I'm using a different colour here. I can't remember what colour I'm using to create the... Oh, this is Royal Card again, to create this flower. And then we're going to sprinkle this. We're going to sugar it with our... You can do it with acrylic powder. I was trying it today with the dipping powder. Turns out it works exactly the same, which is great. So if you don't have acrylic powder, you've got dipping powder, you can use the dipping powder. If you want to get the dipping powder from Model 1's, I believe my code is Natalie 00. But I'll leave it on the screen. There we go. So just wait for it to soak up all the powder. If it goes shiny again, you just need to pop a bit more powder on and then brush off the excess once it's out the lamp. And then you've got this embossed matte flower. I was trying to show you it, but it's just like I was zooming in and I was like, I don't think... Oh, I also done the yellow dot, but I put it on... I put the two colours and it kind of merged in. So it's just, yeah, you might want to do that separately. But there we go. That is... I'm going to do another one in over here, but I'm going to leave space because I also want to add a gold flower, which you'll see in a minute. So while that's in the lamp, because I've done another flower, I'm going to coat these with the... Oh, my brain's gone dead. I'm going to top coat these with the velvet matte top coat, because this is going to be matte top coat, sorry. New year, still like matte nails. Yeah, so that was our second little tiny flower. So I've done two with the purple, two with that kind of muted burgundy reddy brown, and then I'm going to do one with the gold. This will tie the gold in with this although I don't think I've done it yet. We're going to put gold stripes on the other nails, so I wanted to put like some gold flowers so it ties the gold in like it kind of ties the set together. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I've no clue. It's annoying that I stop all of a sudden and I say but there we go. I do say a lot in videos. Sometimes I say so much that I have to watch the video, and I will clip where I say and then turn the volume right down so you can't hear me saying It's a thing. So once I've done my gold flower, the gold gel paints don't have a tacky layer, so I don't need to re-top coat this, which would be bad anyway because we've done the embossed flower. So it's, yeah, so make sure that you do this on top of your top coated nail. I'm going to add another gold little flower down in the corner, and this time it's overlapping. So your flowers can overlap if you want them to. There's no rules about it. You just do what you want to do or what your client wants you to do, or you know what I mean. So I'm going to just do this little overlapped in the corner, and then I'll pop those in the lamp for 60 seconds because the gel paints need like twice as long as the gel polish. This is me adding the gold lines to or the gold stripes to our already stripy nails. And again, I think I add 2 stripes of gold to each nail. So on each nail, we end up with 2 stripes of each colour apart from the base colour, because obviously it's on the base, so there's going to be lots more stripes of that colour. I just love this gold gel paint is like just one of my favourites. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. Oh, I'm adding the centres of the Fries Before Guys to the centre of the gold flowers. And I thought with these I would what am I doing? I'm sugaring them with because I thought I'm not going to top coat them, obviously. So then I decided to add some crystals to our last nail because the flower nail was so fiddly. I thought I don't want to do it again, so I thought I'll just add some crystals, which are equally fiddly. So So it kind of defeats the object. But there we go. The crystals look pretty, and it gives me a chance to show them off and let you know that they're from the Crystal Parade. And you can get 5% off using my code NAT5. The Crystal Fix, look, I've put a dollop of Crystal Fix on. This one is really good for doing clusters because it's nice and thick and it doesn't fly all over the place like the crystals do. I'm adding, because these crystals are, I want to say smallish, they're quite big, but I'm just going to put them straight into that dollop. If the crystals were bigger, I would suggest doing 2 crystals and then tucking that third one in. There's a way of doing it, but yeah. But before I cure it, I decided to add some of these rose gold caviar beads in between the gaps between the crystals. Now, I do end up going out of focus quite a lot. It's really annoying. I'm finding that when I'm doing crystal placement, I do go out of shot a lot. The crystals I used on a cluster are actually Swarovski light amethyst point backs. These ones are Preciosa lavender 4mm half pearls. Again, they're from Crystal Parade. I thought the colour went quite well with our design. These ones are Preciosa amethyst and they are round flat backs. I'm going to throw on some of them using, again, all the crystal placement that I'm doing here is using the Crystal Fix from Rachel Wilder's, which is available from Rachel Wilder's and Crystal Parade. So yeah, it's a good one. I like it. So in these gaps, see where I've put those little dollops of gem glue, I'm actually going to add some of the Preciosa amethyst crystals to those sections. The bigger ones are going to go at the top, and then the ones at the bottom are going to be the slightly smaller sizes. And then I do add those marquise, these ones here. These are actually Swarovskis. That you might be able to get some. I know the Crystal Parade had a few leftover Swarovski shapes, so you might be able to get them. I think they had blue. I don't know that they've got these ones I've got here are vintage rose. I don't know if they've got those, but do have a look on the website before they sell out, because once they're gone, they're gone. I did end up adding another half pearl at the top, and then I do add some more rose gold beads to the crystal placement. However, but because it was all fuzzy, I've just cut out the footage, but I think you kind of get the gist as to what I've done. Once you've finished, give it a 60-second cure, and then I just wipe over the crystals with isopropyl alcohol, and it just removes any, like if you're using a wax picker upper, it removes like the wax residue from the crystals and it just helps them sparkle. This is them finished. I hope you like them. If you did, please leave me a like. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing. It's completely free and you can always change it later. Though I'd rather you stayed. God bless. Love you all. And I'll see you in the next one. Websites and discount codes below. Ta-da! Love you. Bye.